before starting human reproduction, we have to clear our basic concepts. For clearing the basic concepts, first of all, we all know that humans perform sexual mode of reproduction in which two parents are required, or I mean to say two partners are involved. First is the male partner followed by his counter partner, that is the female partner, in which the male has male reproductive system and the female has female reproductive system. And each reproductive system produces special types of cells or gametes. Those gametes are male gametes as well as female gametes. When I say male gametes, I mean to say sperms, and when I say female gametes, I mean to say eggs. And both, in case of humans, both these gametes fuse together and produce special structure that is called zygote. Fertilization is internal, and it is this zygote that undergoes several developmental processes, finally resulting in the formation of young one. But for starting human reproduction, we will go through following first basic points. If we will analyze here males and females, males have male sex organs and females have female sex organs, obviously. Male sex organs include testicles or testes, and female sex organs involve ovaries. These testes are obviously called male gonads, and females की जो ovaries होते हैं, those we call as female gonads. Okay. Testes produce special types of cells, or you may call them as sperms, and eggs produce special types of cells, those you call egg or ova. As far as these sperms and eggs are concerned, both are collectively known as gametes. Obviously, this will be the male gamete and this will be the female gamete. These are the two gametes, the male gamete as well as the female gamete. When we analyze the sperms, they are actually the haploid cells. Or when we analyze the eggs, they are also the haploid cells. Okay. Now, in class 11th, we have studied something fresh that we call cell cycle. जब हम सेल साइकिल पढ़ते थे क्लास 11th में, तो हमने पढ़ा था सेल साइकिल includes all the series of events from the formation of a cell up to its own division into two daughter cells. आपने एक छोटा सा कंसेप्ट पढ़ा होगा Rodolph Virchow का omnicellular e-cellulae, which clearly means that new cells are formed from pre-existing parent cells or old cells. Here, if this is a new cell formed due to mitosis or meiosis, then this cell undergoes series of sequential events, sequential changes, and all these changes finally lead to the development of two daughter cells from this cell. So मेरे कहने का मतलब यहाँ पर ये है, all the events, all the sequential changes in a cell from its formation, इस cell के बनने से up to its own division into two daughter cells. Is it? All the sequential series of events that occur in a cell from the formation up to its division into two daughter cells. All these events are collectively studied in cell cycle that you have studied in class 11th. Okay. उसके बाद हमने 11th में एक और पॉइंट सीखा था कि let us assume this be a cell. What happens is that when this cell is born out or formed from the parent cell, this cell undergoes growth that we depict by G1 phase. After the growth is over, Then what happens is that this cell then enters into the another event of changes, that is S phase. In S phase, there is something special happening, is that DNA replication. In the S phase, there is DNA replication. When S phase is over, there is another phase that you call G2 phase. The cell will again grow. G1 phase, S phase, G2 phase. When G2 phase is over, then another series of events occur, which you call nuclear division or prophase, metaphase, anaphase, telophase, that result in the formation of two daughter cells finally. This is the basic thing that you should know, that you have studied in class 11th. What you have studied in class 11th is that in a cell, from its formation up to its division into the two daughter cells, whatever changes are occurring, whatever changes are happening or are studied under the single event, that is cell cycle. उसी cell cycle में हमने पढ़ा है two types of divisions. The first type of division we have studied is something called mitosis, and the second type of division that we have studied is meiosis. जब हम अपने टॉपिक की ओर आ जाएंगे, that is human reproduction. In human reproduction, the most essential component that we should know is that meiosis. Okay, let me tell you one special thing. The first point, you should note out, or you should know, or you should be aware of the fact that in case of meiosis, a parent cell, let us suppose it's a parent cell, this parent cell divides after G1, S and G2 is over. Then what happens is that in this parent cell that shows first division, meiosis 1, first division or meiosis 1. In meiosis 1, the two daughter cells are formed, that you already know. And you also know that meiosis 1 is reductional division. When I say reductional division, I mean to say in an eukaryotic human cell, there are present 46 chromosomes. When this cell is subjected to meiosis 1, what happens is that when the meiosis 1 is over, what happens is that daughter cells get half the number of chromosomes, 23 and 23. Then it is this daughter cell that undergoes meiosis second, and it is this daughter cell also that undergoes meiosis second. And in this meiosis second, two daughter cells are formed, and in this meiosis second, two daughter cells are formed. And you also know from class 11 that meiosis second is also equational division. When I say it is equational division, I mean to say the chromosome number will remain the same, 23, 23, 23, 23. So, the first point which I want to analyze or which you want to know is that meiosis, in a nutshell, is a type of cell division in which chromosome number is reduced. Chromosome number is halved. That you have studied in class 11. When we analyze sperm cells and egg cells, both these cells have haploid number of chromosomes, haploid number of chromosomes, haploid number of chromosomes. So should I say that these cells were subjected to meiotic divisions? In cells को हुई है meiosis, not mitosis. Make sure that these cells are the output of meiosis division. ये cells बनी है due to meiosis, because it is this meiosis that reduces the chromosome number. So should I say the first thing is that males have special structures or special glands that you call testes, and females have special structures that you call ovaries. In case of testes, there is meiosis, and meiosis results in the formation of sperms. I'm not talking here about something called spermatids or spermatozoa, but I'm just telling you in a nutshell, in a brief, when we study spermatogenesis and oogenesis, तब मैं बता दूंगा आप लोगों को what actually means meiotic divisions, spermatozoa, spermatid. But फिलहाल आप इतना याद रख सकते हैं कि in case of testes, there are present special cells, these are called germ cells. In case of ovaries, there are present special cells. These cells are also known as germ cells. And in these both testes and ovaries, the germ cells are subjected to meiotic division and meiosis. And meiosis results in the formation of sperms, and meiosis results in the formation of ova, or you call eggs. It is these sperms and eggs. ये sperms and eggs होते हैं जिनमें half the number of chromosomes होता है. अब मियोसिस के बारे में जो सबसे पहला पॉइंट आपको सीखना है, या स्पर्म्स और एग्स के बारे में जो सबसे पहला पॉइंट आप लोगों को सीखना है, वो ये है कि मियोसिस ऑकर्स इन टेस्टिकल्स एंड ओवरीज. मियोसिस होती है टेस्टिस में और ओवरीज. अब यहां पर दूसरा पॉइंट जो आपको सीखना है वो ये है कि मियोसिस ऑकर्स एट सर्टेन स्टेज ऑफ लाइफ. Meiosis occurs at certain stage of life. When I say meiosis occurs at certain stage of life, there is a stage of sexual maturity in human males as well as in human females that we call puberty. Whenever a person attains puberty, a period of sexual maturity, at that time, what happens is that testicles and ovaries are subjected to meiotic divisions, and then sperms are formed in testicles as well as the eggs are formed. And when eggs are formed, then in case of females, menstrual cycles begin. And your first menstrual cycle you call menarche. And at the same stage, what you call puberty, at the same stage, secondary sexual characters become prominent in case of males as well as in case of females. The secondary sexual characters include appearance of body hairs as well as harsh voice in case of males due to the thickening of vocal cords, and shrill voice in females, plus accumulation of subcutaneous fat, plus the narrowing of waist in case of females, broadening of shoulders in case of males, appearance of axillary hairs, beard, mustaches, as well as growth of sexual organs, or simultaneously we may say muscular development occurs abruptly in males. So on so forth. ये सेकेंडरी सेक्सुअल कैरेक्टर्स आपको थोड़ा आगे पढ़ने हैं रिप्रोडक्शन के चैप्टर में जब हम पहुंच जाएंगे, बट फिलहाल मैंने पहला पॉइंट जो आपको इन ए क्विक रिकैप्चुलेशन ये सिखाया है कि इन केस ऑफ males there are present male reproductive system, in case of females there are present female reproductive system. Male reproductive system is responsible for the formation of sperm cells, and female reproductive system is responsible for the production of female sperm cell, female egg cells, or simply we may say egg cells, and in case of males they are sperm cells. But it is not only the function of reproductive system that reproductive system undergoes meiosis, and in meiosis there is reduction or division of germ cells that result in the formation of sperm egg. But simultaneously we should be aware of the fact that male testicles also produce